Hello and welcome to today's free trading video and market analysis. I'm your host, Kenny, Senior Research Analyst with the MiniAnalyst.com. I've got a lower market today. First thing we're looking at is a chart of the E-mini Russell futures contract, the front month, at least for now. That is the March contract, and we're getting ready to roll over in a couple weeks to the June. But right now we're looking at the March and 2-minute chart with our proprietary indicators. And what we're looking at is kind of a mixed bag, actually. Got some divergences here. We may actually put in a little bit of a bottom here after 2 days of selling, following the 3 days ago inability to get above the resistance. And actually, that was a day that we had mentioned right around 1390 was the key sell level, and we definitely had to be. Adding to short exposure from 1390 to 1400, the market got to, I believe, a high of, let's see here, 1388.34. I think we were around 1385 or so when we mentioned that we'd definitely be adding to short exposure and that we were still officially bearish. And of course, that was about 40 or 50 points higher in the S&P. So I hope you guys caught a lot of that 40 to 50 points in the S&P. But right now we're looking at the mini Russell. This was the high that we mentioned, this congestion here around the 25 mark, and of course we were looking at there, and then boom, what happens? We get this big sell-off, try and retrace to the trend. Wasn't happening. Look at all this bearishness, bearish, confirming this move, although we did try and hold the low of the early session there. Just a little bit of a bounce. Lower session the next day. Bit of a divergence, but still bearish. And what happens is you get a move into the trend and a break lower. Hope you guys caught some of that move as well. Really, the lion's share of this move was from that point to here. And of course, we remained officially bearish. So hoping you guys were holding bearish. Where are we at now? Well, we're still bearish. In fact, that's where where we remain. We got a bearish indication here in our primary proprietary indicator. Secondary proprietary indicators looking a little bullish. Kind of interesting there. So it could be a bit of a draw. We do have some divergence coming here, and a little bit of a, well, not much of a divergence there, but so it's a little mixed bag here today. Mini Russell down 10 points on the day. Probably got another. Let's go ahead and look at the chart of the S&P 500 cash. Pulling that up right there. And that looks a little less than clean. It'll be okay for now, I guess. Well, let's just drop that anyway so it's a little cleaner. We'll drop that too so it's a little cleaner. And let's go ahead and drop that too. Sorry about that. So right now we're at 1343. We had mentioned right around here, around this high, that we'd definitely be bearish because one of the main indications was, of course, this clean test of one of our target levels on our earlier short position, and the test there making a lower high in concert with this very strong trend following support resistance matching as resistance. That, of course, in concert with our discretionary bearish bias would suggest obviously to add to short exposure around 1390, and of course we get a move of, like we said, about 50 points or so. So still bearish in the intermediate term here, still short-term bullish there in terms of momentum, bearish in terms of the directional movement of the market, burgeoning bearish bias there in the short term, I term neutral. But of course, from price technical, horizontal perspectives, and trend following perspectives, we are still bearish on the market. Is it going to hold? One could argue probably not. We're kind of breaking this little trend here, aren't we? Had a nice little trend, had a break move, tried to break the trend, bent it, but didn't break it right there. And of course, now it looks like we're breaking it. But anything can happen. But nevertheless, we are still bearish. So where are the portfolios today? Well, our MAFX portfolio continues to be the standout. We'll go ahead and bring up the portfolios, I guess. Looks like our Swinger DT is up about $5,500 today. Our matte black is up about $12,000. Very nice gains. 12% move here, but a 20% move for our Swinger DT. Actually, we can go ahead and pull that up if we do so right here. We look at today's move. When we did this, the black was at 12,000, 5,800 for the Swinger DT. 20% move for our Swinger DT today. 12% move for our matte black. Delta Black a little more conservative, coming in at 10%. It's a lot of double-digit percentage gains today. Very nice, respectable day. Actually, looking for further downside potential, hopefully in the market. As we stand now, we're predominantly short. That could change. But 6% move in our Delta DT. 8% move in our MAP DT, 9% move in dual day trader. MAFX giving back a little bit today at 5%. But look at this. Look at this. Actually, we can 57.7% in 6 days for our MAFX portfolio, 28,883 as of about 20 minutes ago with today's $2,440 loss. But you put that with the $8,600 gain yesterday, the $14,000 gain on Wednesday, the $11,000 gain on Tuesday, and you come up with some very impressive numbers. In fact, this was at the close yesterday. At the close of trade, this was our closing numbers for yesterday. The close of trade, the MAFX up 62.65% before giving back $2,400 today, $31,000. With, of course, $33,750 of that coming over the last 3 days. So MAFX portfolio, believe the special's still on. If you guys want to participate in that, I believe you can still save $500 on a quarterly subscription on top of the already savings of just $3,000, just $1,000 a month to trade. This very profitable. Actually, the number one portfolio probably for most of the last year on the Strategy Runner website that tracks global systems traders, in this portfolio is, of course, routinely number one and has maintained the top spot for quite a while and will probably be back right. I think it may be two now. They've got a new guy in there, but don't know much about that. Don't really follow it too much. But there we are today, up 60% for the MAFX. These are the last 6-day gains for our portfolios. 30% gain for the Swinger DT. Very nice looking. We, of course, mentioned that had a 40% run up recently. And here's another 30% run up in the portfolio. So definitely a great time to get interested in the Swinger DT. Actually, I believe Wednesday we mentioned do it now. Get involved with the Swinger DT now. And where the Swinger DT finished down 1137 on Wednesday. But of course, boom, Thursday up $1,900 and up to $5,000-$6,000 today for the Swinger DT. That portfolio is, of course, on special for $1,500, I believe, for 3 months, regularly $2,000. There's the MAFX. Here's the Swinger DT 2.0. Take a little bit of a look at that. Up about 500% on a max drawdown of 36.38%. $40,000 portfolio there. That's a Swinger DT 2.0. This also includes $26 for slippage and commission. Slippage can really go either way depending on your fill. Sometimes we have favorable slippage. Sometimes we have negative slippage. We have examples where it just kind of nets out. Most of our random tests, a lot of our brokers get better fills than we report. Nevertheless, we went ahead and included $26 for commission and slippage in this portfolio. Still outstanding numbers for the Swinger DT 2.0. That's, of course, the couple of days for the MAFX. And so if you guys are interested in these portfolios, we'd love to have you and get you started making some money. Now's a great time to get started with MiniAnalyst.com. Definitely going to be a great March, we do anticipate, and definitely want to get you guys involved. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to the website, chat with our support team, or just shoot us an email. Admin@MiniAnalyst.com. Hope you guys had a great week and have a great weekend.